Yo, what's good, gang? It's the Dope Guy, and I'm back with another video, big dog. Yo, hope you guys are all doing well out there because I'm doing alright, and here I am spinning the block with content for y'all, man. So, today's video is about Walter's World, man. Shout out to him. I did a video reaction for his like a minute ago, and this one's called Visiting Germany, the don'ts of visiting Germany. Shout out to all my people out there in Germany. Much love, respect to y'all, man. About to tap in, see what this video is about. This is, you know what I'm saying, we got do's and don'ts, man. This is clearly the don'ts of when it comes to visiting Germany, and I cannot wait to tap in on what not to do. I'm pretty sure some of the things that I'm told not to do, I'm pretty sure I've watched in other videos, but hey, it is what it is. We're about to tap in. But before we do that, subscribe to the Dope Guy, that way to get notifications every time I upload, and from right here on Snapchat and Instagram right across the bottom screen. So that being said, I'm not gonna hold y'all much longer because you already know. Let's go, big dog. Let's get into it. Yes, sir, Ski. The don'ts of visiting
Hey,
Germany.
fellow travelers, Mark here with Walter's World. Today we're in Munich, and today what we have for you are the don'ts of traveling Germany. Because there's so many things you should do, like visit Munich here, or going to Berlin, or the Harz Mountains. There's so many great things to do here, but there's a few cultural
Maybe I should have did the do's first, but we're gonna do this first. It's whatever.
don'ts you should know, so when you come here, you can have a better time. And the first don't I have for you is, don't assume Germans are these cold, unfriendly, uncaring people.
Okay.
And we've kind of been taught by stereotypes throughout the years. Germans are actually really wonderful people. They're helpful, they're kind, they're honest, extremely honest. And the thing is, to see that, you need to ask them for your help. Ask them for some guidance, and they'll be glad to help you. And that's the thing is, some people think, oh, German service isn't very nice. Well, the thing is, German service is very professional.
Okay.
And if you ask them for help, I guarantee they will know the entire background of every meal you have and everything in the shoe store and all kinds of stuff. They'll be able to help you. But don't think that they're these cold-hearted people, because Germans really are super nice. And if you make a German friend, I guarantee they will be with you until the end. They make the best friends ever. So that's the first thing, is don't think they're bad people.
Okay.
Now my second don't for you is, don't cross against the light. You know, don't jaywalk. Germans really like their rules, and they really don't like people breaking them.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that. Even if there's no traffic coming, if I run across the street, I'm pretty sure they're gonna violate me.
And that will mean tourists as well. And one of the biggest things is crossing when the light is red. They don't like that. I lived multiple years in Germany, 3 years in Germany, and there's been quite a few times where a grandma, an Oma, stops me and says, hey, bei Rot musst du stehen. By grün lass du gehen, which means by red you stay, by green you're allowed to go. And that's one of the things, is the Germans do like those rules, but the biggest one that a tourist doesn't want to do is don't jaywalk. Also, you can get a fine for that, so heads up on that one.
Right.
Now, our third tip for you has to do with the Pfand, the deposit. Don't just throw away your bottles, like your big bottles or cans, and don't just leave your Christmas market mugs and stuff like that out, because you have to put a deposit on a lot of these things. For example, if you're at the Christmas markets and you get those cute mugs that everyone loves to get, look, usually you're going to be paying between 3 and 5 euros for the deposit on those mugs, and if you walk off with it, great, you have a cool souvenir. But the thing is, do you really want 8 of the exact same mug? For example, we were here in Munich, and we got Glühwein and Kinderpunsch, the children version of it, and there was 8 of us. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 euros of a deposit. I'm like, whoa! Now, I got to use that 100 euro shine, that 100 euro note that I've never got to use before, just on the deposit. And make sure you're turning those things in. Don't just throw it away, because it actually does add up after a while, so save those. Now, my fourth tip for you is, if you're invited to go to a German's house, because, you know what, if they like you, they probably will invite you. They are really nice like that. But if you're going to go to their house, don't forget to bring either flowers or wine or candy, okay? That's kind of a typical thing you bring over there. Also, don't wear your shoes inside. When you come in, take your shoes off.
Yeah,
sometimes they have house slippers for you when you get there for their guests, but it's kind of rude to have your shoes on inside the house, so just know that. So make sure you do bring something to their house if you get to be, if you get really invited to their house. It is really cool. Now, the fifth don't I have for you actually is specifically for tourists that I've been seeing a lot lately when I've been traveling through Germany, especially Berlin. People have been using the Jewish memorial in Berlin, with the stone blocks and stuff, kind of like a parkour course, or this is the place to make the coolest selfies in Berlin. And people are climbing up them, jumping across them, doing silly pictures, duck face. It's a memorial to dead Jewish people. What the heck? What is wrong with you? I mean, this is not something you do. You don't do that.
First of all, ain't nobody should be doing that. That is diabolical behavior. Nobody should be doing that.
Also, the concentration camps, we're seeing more and more people doing their duck face selfies. Look, this is where they burned everybody. I'm like,
that's insane.
You kidding me? So please
that's
have
insane,
respect
bro.
for people when you go to the concentration camps and the memorials and things like that, because the Germans show respect for the horrible things that happen, and we as tourists need to do a better job as well. So don't be a tool when you're visiting some of these
shit is crazy, man. No one should be doing shit like that.
Now, my sixth don't for you is don't wait. Look, whether it's a line or you're ordering food, you don't wait in Germany. Germans are go, go, go. We are very efficient. We want to get things done.
Oh.
So you're going to be on time for things, all right? Very punctual is important. But for a tourist, when you go to restaurants, what you need to do is when they give you the menu, look in it right away so you can order right away. Because it's not like in the U.S. where they come back every 2 minutes to see, need anything out, need anything out. They come when they come. So if you get that chance, make sure you do.
I don't know, man. Some people might have an issue with that because people don't like being rushed when they're trying to order their food. Normally, some people already know what they want, but if you're in a different country, man, you that might be too much for people who are not from there. That might be too much for those.
Or to get your drinks and your food and things like that. And when you want to get your bill, you ask for the bill. They'll come right away with their big wallet, okay? And you pay them right there. And when you pay them, you'll say, let's say it's a 27 euro bill, you will say 30. You just say the total amount you want to pay, and they'll put that down for you, okay? So they give you the change back from that, okay? But don't wait. Like, once they seat you, they give you a menu, it's time to order, okay? When they come and ask. Because if you wait, you might be waiting a long time. Now, my seventh don't for you is don't experiment on the Autobahn. Okay, I know the Autobahn sounds really cool.
No, absolutely not.
Without speed limits.
No way.
Look, I've driven on the Autobahn before. There's a reason why I go in public transport. It can be really scary. Because we're going about 100 miles an hour, like 140K. We're going, and we're in the right lane. Because BMWs and Mercedes.
That shit, that's scary.
And you just see them going
fast as hell.
And it's kind of dangerous when you're out there, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So please, if you're not comfortable with these fast speeds, make sure you don't experiment on the Autobahn. Stick with the public transport. It will take you everywhere here, which is so awesome about Germany. Now, my eighth don't for you is don't expect to shop on Sundays.
Of course not. Everything's closed.
Germany is closed on Sundays, except for museums and restaurants. So if you want to do your shopping kind of stuff, if you're here for a long weekend, do it on Friday or Saturday, because on Sunday, a lot of the stuff is closed. Now, the things that usually tend to be open on Sundays, things that are attached to the train station. So if there's a mall attached to the train station, that'll probably open. Also in December, they'll have Sunday hours a lot of places. But just know, basically on Sunday, everything's basically closed. Also on Mondays, a lot of the museums are closed. So if you're going to do a long weekend, including that Monday, make sure you check and see and say, hey, let's do our tourism stuff on Saturday and Sunday and do our shopping on Monday. My ninth don't for you is don't forget to have cash.
Right.
Look, Germans, yes, they have credit cards.
Absolutely.
But they prefer cash. Yes, have your euros ready. There's ATMs all over the place you can use, but you really want to have cash with you because they don't accept credit cards everywhere.
Right.
A lot of places they do. And a lot of times you need to have a chip card, for your credit cards and stuff like that for everything to work. But just know that cash is king here in Germany, so don't forget to keep some with you just so you have it. And my 10th don't for you with coming to Germany is realize that you don't just see half-tempered houses here. Germany is not just the stereotype of half-tempered houses and beer halls. There's so much more to Germany.
Right.
Whether you're going to Berlin, where they have the Potsdamer Platz and all this new stuff there, or you're here in Munich, where the tech stuff is booming, or Hamburg, which is a rebuilt city. I mean, you have all these cool modern cities here in Germany, and it's not just half-timbered houses. And the thing is, you can see the half-timbered houses, Quedlinburg and Wernigerode and Goslar and the Harz Mountains. Oh, my heart just falls in love with that place. Here in Bavaria, go to Regensburg and Bamberg, Oberammergau. You can get that old Germany, but also you have very modern Germany as well. So make sure you explore both sides. Don't just try to think it's going to be half-timbered houses, but experiment all the wonders of Germany. Anyway, I hope this helps you out to have a better time when you are here in Germany. If you have other don'ts about German culture, please put it in the comment section below so we can have more help for our awesome travelers. It looks like things are picking up here in Munich in the morning, so I'm going to take off and I'll say Auf Wiedersehen, or until we see each other again here at Walter's World. Bye from Munich.
Shout out to you. Man, shout out to Walter's World, man. Much love, respect. Yo, man, I know having cash, I know that's important. Everything's closed on Sundays. The jaywalk will probably get me in trouble, probably, because, like, out here, like, especially if you're in a rush, ain't no cars coming, we gone. Everybody does that. But I don't want to be out there doing that and get scolded. So I won't even try to do that. But I'll be like, yo, if there's no cars coming, this is me. If there's no cars coming, like I'm gonna haul ass. I'm gonna go. But if I'm in another country, go just follow the rules, man. It's simple. Just go by the rules, bro. It ain't that big of a deal. Just wait. You know what I'm saying? I know, because I come from a big city where everybody's impatient. But if you're other countries, man, you can't go out there and be doing whatever you do like you do at home. There's no way. So man, just follow the rules, man. Just wait until it turns green. But yeah, man, those are the don'ts when it comes to Germany, man. Another thing probably be tough is that if I sit down and look at the menu, if I'm new, I don't know what I want first. I don't know what I want. So I don't know. That's gonna be tough. So if I was maybe with someone who was from there, like a tour guide, then yeah, I'll know what I wanted. Like I'll recommend something. I'll ask for recommendations, and then we'll go from there, bro. But yo, that'd be too much for people who are from the U.S. because mothers are impatient. I ain't gonna hold you, man. People don't like being rushed. Let me say that. People don't like being rushed, and yeah, it'd be a whole issue. But if you're in another country, you have to know these rules before you go there. That's why research is important before you go anywhere. I don't care. Just like when y'all come out here, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, man. You already know the vibes. But shout out to all my people in Germany. Much love, respect. But yo, I hope you enjoyed the reaction to this video. If you enjoy my reaction, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the Dope Guy Big Dog. Hit the notification bell whenever I upload. From right here on Snapchat and Instagram right across the bottom screen. Any of the videos you may check out, please comment to this video or my other videos. Leave likes and comments on all my videos to help grow the channel. Help with the algorithm for sure. Any more videos you may check out, leave a comment in the comment section below. No, I got you. I'm going to spin the block. But yeah, man, it's the Dope Guy, and I am out. Yes, sir.